Hi, welcome to my chess channel. Thank you for visiting it. Today is the 25th of April 2018. We will remember them as they at the going down of the sun and that sort of thing. It's ANZAC Day today, ANZAC. That stands for New Zealand, Australia, New Zealand Army Corps and that sort of thing, for those soldiers that perished when they went over the hill and that sort of thing. So today is celebrated or remembered, not celebrated but remembered, but also celebrated, that day in history of World War One. And also the 25th of April is another important day for my former father-in-law, who was a very, very good father-in-law to me at all times. Way better than my first father-in-law. So I've got a collection of father-in-laws. So anyway, here we go. And now this is quite strange, that this is what I've entitled A Struggle. And so it's kind of like, this was played in about 2 hours ago on chess.com, a blitz game of course, and this was the struggle that I had with someone from the Czech Republic playing the white pieces. So here we go, let's get on with it, otherwise it's too long. So my opponent is 2042 on there, and I was 2123. But I have a lot of struggle. It's batten down the hatches and sort of like, so it's quite, it just occurred to me that it's sort of symbolic of what day it is in history for New Zealand, Australia at least. This prevents, Queen D7 prevents, if I play Bishop A6 here, that white can play Queen A4, and it's just a wee bit annoying. It's not quite the way I'd like to go, but I'd be able to play this. So I play Queen D7. H4. White's intentions are obvious. Kingside activity, at least. Bishop A6. So I'm getting rid of my bad white squared bishop. And here comes knight e4 now. It's rather obvious that I have to watch out for things wanting to attack my now weak e-pawn. So I played bishop f1, king f1, knight h6, until, you know, like that's now, but before it wasn't. So here's knight g5. Now if I didn't have this next move, then I would be just losing a pawn more or less for nothing. Even if I was able to play king up, which I wouldn't want to do, black's going to lose the e-pawn on e6. And that would be a pretty important part of black's fabric. Knight d8. So I have to grovel around a bit. Here comes the next move, which I wasn't scared of, but it's still not bad. Queen h5 check, and I just biff the bishop, not the bishop, the queen, with g6. And so move it or lose it is what Heather Weegenaar would say. Move it or lose it. And here, obviously I can just take the queen if white just leaves the queen there with my pawn attacking it. So my pawn is taken. So move it or lose it or take it or whatever. So my opponent from Czech Republic takes it. Take, check, knight h f7. And it's almost standstill now. And I'm just looking at how I can trap this queen or make it go away. This is looking quite possible, but black would probably be met with queen g8, etc. So we could repeat moves here. So knight h7. Now, I thought about this after the game. I thought, well, when I was looking at putting this on, because this is the only game I played today on chess.com, and I thought, well, I could just play bishop here, couldn't I? Because obviously white's threatening knight f6 check, which would be very embarrassing to black, let me say the least, which is something I find hard to do, to say the least. So I just think, well, I can't be bothered, I'll just take the knight with my rook and batten down the hatches and struggle the whole game is basically what this whole game is about. Okay, now I have a wee little secret plan move here in store for white after this, because when I played rook takes knight on h7 and queen takes h7, I had this in mind. Knight e5. Now notice that the knight cannot just be captured, because what a silly player black is. They've just given up their knight for nothing for a pawn. As queen h7 would result in a totally won game for black, in my opinion. So here I'm asking the question, and if queen takes queen, check. I do not go king takes, because then white would pick up my knight on e5. I would merely take back with the mare, knight e5 takes d7. So here I play knight e5, my opponent plays the main line. Oops, we've got the main line here, Dave. Queen h5 is the main line. Now here I figured out that I could actually have played this, which would have been a different game. And now if queen f7, knight e f7, not knight d or king f7, because then I'd lose the knight again. Just going over old ground. So here my opponent plays I play knight here, and yes, bishop g5 comes along. Fair enough. I play queen b5 check. She's going on a wander. My royalty has gone on royalty wanderings. Bishop e7. I could actually play queen b2 here. Bishop e7. Notice the cluster of my pieces, and my king still in the center. It's not ideal, but it's the way the game goes. But this cluster of pieces that are protecting each other and another. So here we have rook e1. Very fair enough. I go king d7 now. I'm now getting into some NZer sort of stuff. Over defending. I'm trying to work out a way. I had a wee hallucination there. I thought my knight wasn't on the square on the back rank, and I was thinking, why don't I just go bishop g5? hg5 is the only move, because even though my knight would be on pre, hg5 is the only move, and then rook h8, forcing a rook's off swap, Panofsky. But anyway, that's all just a hallucination or something to that effect. So I think, well, I'm protecting things here. I'll just take this, have a wee holiday with my queen, as NZer puts it. But that's for rooks that NZer talks about. No knight g5. I just get rid of this annoying bishop on g5. hg5, the only move for white. And then I take this pawn. A bit cheeky, really, because she's, like I said, going on a wander when she should be really thinking about the king instead of eating pawns. So here comes white's countermeasures, and I do counter and attack at the same time. I sort of over defend my bishop on e7, Nimzovich motive again, and here also attack white's rook on e1 with rook e3, d4, just to be a nuisance. It's very good to be a nuisance. Rook b3, I have to react to this stimuli of white's rook on b3. Play queen e1, queen e5, g3. So now come knight c6. I'm starting to concentrate on this passed d-pawn much. Queen d5, rook d3, blockading my d4 advance. Queen a2, check, why not? King h3, queen d5, back again, still over defending, and now eyeing up this square with possible ramifications for white's camp. So king h2, queen e4, I'm just wanting to home in on moving this pawn to a safe square, namely d1. I do not, and I said to myself during this game, do not try to bash white here. Play methodically and carefully. So I'm just, now I'm thinking, oh, rook c6 and etc. So he's possibly threatening rook c6. I play rook c8, because if it was if it was white's move, white would be able to play this and look after what they want to do from there on in. So white's threatening rook c6, but it's not white's turn, so I overprotect my knight on c6. Queen e7 comes, so now white's actually threatening rook c6 and queen e7. So these are the final moments for white. Queen a3, overprotection. So I'm going to call this whole session struggle overprotection throughout. Queen a3, rook h6c, black keeps getting meted around with these threats of white, because white's just going to want to gobble up queen e6, etc. And there will be trouble in my position thereafter, because if white gets to play queen e6, it's devastating to my defences. I play queen e6, rook here, and I overprotect again. So I'm going to call this overprotection. Now I'm overprotecting the pawn, or I'm just protecting it on e6 from capture of white's forces. Black has threatened white's queen, so black, here's white playing queen g8, play d3, and my opponent resigned. Okay, that's the end of my session, and so we will remember them has been always the thing at school every time, and dawn parade and dawn services and all that sort of thing have occurred this morning, but I was probably just up too late. Okay, here we go. So we will remember them, and that's the end of my session.